Hey, so I got a question about how to remove self-doubt. And I thought this is a really funny and interesting question, because humans, people, are the only species who has self-doubt. No other species or animal gets worried about, oh, what if I'm not good enough? Or, what if I can't climb that tree? In the animal kingdom, it just doesn't happen. This stuff is only a head-created phenomenon. It's just, we were taught how to do it. You were taught how to doubt yourself psychologically, usually by the people that brought you up, or your friends, or peers, or teachers, or even culture and media. We do it to ourselves, and so that's why it's a funny thing to be worried about, because we do it to ourselves. Then the obvious next step from that is, well, we can just stop doing it to ourselves. We can stop doubting ourselves and stop teaching ourselves to doubt ourselves. So usually, and I'm going to give you some practical tips as well, that's obviously just an introduction. Practically, normally, right, self-doubt is based in you don't have confidence in your ability to do something. Usually that's because you're not good at the thing. Let's say if you don't have the confidence in yourself as a writer, or you have self-doubt as a writer. You're like, oh, I'm not good enough to be a writer. I see these other writers and they have all these great ideas, but me, I just can't seem to figure out what to write. Okay. Or let's say you're a musician. You think, oh no, what if I'm not good enough? There's other musicians out there better than me, right? This is the common thing people think, and they have these self-doubt feelings. Well, there's a few things you can pay attention to here. So the first one is to remember that no other animal has this problem. So basically, it's a choice. You don't have to doubt yourself in that way. Just stop caring what other people think. Stop caring whether you're good enough or whether there's people out there better than you. Because ultimately, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. There will always be somebody who's more skilled at whatever it is than you. Whether it's being a musician, being a writer, being an athlete, there will always be somebody better. Always, right? So let's just sort that one out right now. Just forget about that one. And the next thing is, if you don't think you're good enough, well, then you can improve. You can be better. You can learn the skills and actually improve. And let's say being a writer, right? It's a skill like many things. You can learn it and you can improve at it. And that will at least help to back up, you want something logical to back up your feelings of self-worthiness, right? If you suck at writing, if you really suck, and you can see that, and other people can see that, then of course you have self-doubt, because people are going to be, well, you and everyone else can see that you're just not a very good writer. But most people don't suck. The people that have self-doubt, most likely they don't suck. It's just that they have this idea in their head that they're not good enough, when really, if you showed their stuff to 1,000 people, most of them would say, it's pretty good, Maybe it's very good. And then finally, and this is the last tip that I want to give you, there are things that you could do that you are not doing. Tiny things, right, that everybody, and I mean everybody, can do, but you're probably not doing them, right? So let's say if you, I'm going to use the analogy of a writer again. Let's say you're a writer and you think, or you are, bad at writing, or you think you're bad at writing. So let's start with that. You think you're bad at writing. So first step, stop thinking you're bad at writing and realize that there will always be somebody better than you, and that doesn't really matter. Okay. Second step, improve at writing. So break it down into what you need to do, learn how to do it, learn the structure, watch videos. And then the third step is to break down writing into the smallest possible steps that will make you a better writer. For instance, writing a certain amount of words per day. Okay, you need to be writing, let's say you need to write for 5 to 10 minutes every day, and that's the minimum. All right, more is better, but that's the minimum. So everybody can do that, right? You can write for 5 minutes a day, can't you? You've got time. Everybody's got 5 minutes. So just break it down into that. Start writing for 5 minutes a day. And now suddenly you actually become better. And that's the funny thing. And so as you become better, your self-doubt goes down anyway, usually without you having to do anything extra. But a lot of people, this is the most common scenario, right? You have self-doubt, you think you suck at something, and most of the time you might suck at it, or you might not. Okay, you think you're bad at something, so you have the self-doubt, but you're not doing anything about it. You're not practicing the thing, and you're not learning how to improve. You're just telling yourself, oh, I'm not good enough, so I just won't even try. Well, of course you're not going to be, of course you're going to have self-doubt if you aren't even willing to try. You've got to be willing to put yourself out there and try. Like, for example, when I first started making videos, I sucked at making videos. I mean, you might say I still suck now, and that's fine. And that wouldn't really stop me, because I know that the more I do it, the better I'll become at it. And it's the same with anything. The more you do it, the better you'll become. And the better you become, the less you have self-doubt, because you can see that you're good at something, and then others can see that you're good at it. And so it becomes this self-reinforcing spiral where you keep improving. So yeah, don't worry about self-doubt. Just do the thing, break it down into the smallest possible steps you can take, things you can do, and then just do those things every day.